Canip. Okay, as you guys know, I can't talk much. So I'll put it this way. I'll share with you guys my life lesson. My biggest life lesson by far. Even though I'm 24 years. I'm 24 this year. Still a lot for me to go through, I guess, in life. But yeah, so far this is my biggest life lesson. Something that I learned the hard way. I don't know how to start. I still have to start anyway. About my life lesson. Thank you for the stars, City Haja Yusof. I really don't know how to start this. Even though I try to, like, you know, mentally prepare for this, but still, cause I don't know how to say in a way that I don't say it all, but also you guys kind of get my message. Thank you for the stars, Yazik and Raizuddin. Thank you for subscription, Marcus. Thank you for the stars, Eliezer Zhao. Okay, so it all started like this. Why is that? I learned it the hard way because this is too much for me. This is something that took me more than a year to learn. So it all happened about 1 year plus ago. Going back to that, just last year. And then this person, I'm not gonna say that name, but I'll call him something, which I find is a very suitable name for him, for this person. So let's just call this person Kacang, because that's a saying in Malay. Kacang lupakan kulit. Or he said the same thing to me before, of what people said to him. Now I'm gonna use it back to him. So this person, Kacang. Yeah, this trait. One thing about me is that I realized also is that even when I was in college, when I was still a student, starting out, like trying to do many things, even back then or even now, I always want to not just grow myself, but also to the people around me. Like, I used to do account boosting. That is quite a bad practice. Don't do account boosting, especially for esports players. I used to do account boosting for a game, something similar to Mobile Legends. I was very good at the game, and so like I saw it as a way for me to earn money that time as a student, like some part-time job for me. And then I got my friend. I asked them, the very few friends that play the game as well, but they are not good at it. But I still asked them to like join me, like we can do this together. Like, you know, account boosting, it can can be solo, like solo, because it's 5, right? 5 versus 5. It can be ranking, like solo rank or duo or trio or squad. So I asked 2 of them, because that's the 2 that play the game. I asked the 2 of them to join me so that we can like go trio and then do like account boosting together, and then we could earn money together. Even though back then it wasn't some huge amount of money, but it meant something, because that was the very first idea that I had about making a living for myself. And then yeah, but turned out that, I mean, I know that they were not good at the game, but I still asked them because I saw it as a way for us to, you know, like grow together financially. And then things didn't work out, and then held on to it for a while, and then eventually I did it alone, because there's no way for the 3 of us to continue, because it was just very inefficient. But when I did it alone, it was way more efficient, and it became feasible. It became a feasible thing to do, and that was one. Like many things, even back then when I wanted to, except YouTube, where I decided to do it alone, and it worked for me. But many other things, like I had a lot of ideas that I wanted to do back then, even now. Some business ventures or etc, etc. And then I'll always try to convince my brother to join me. But my brother was kind of, I'll say that he has very independent mind. He never once responded to my call, and yeah, stuff like that. I always have this trait of wanting to like help the others while helping myself as well, like growing. But it can be not just growing individually, but together. And so going back at this, a year ago, I met this Mr. Kachang, and what I saw back there was a man that kind of bowed down to reality, a man that's full of passion for esports but saw no future in esports for himself and wanted to call it quits. And I gave him a reason to stay, because I saw something in him. He's a very capable person. And then yeah, we went through a lot of things together, ups and downs. A lot of good memories, I would say. I would say that it was genuine. It wasn't fake. It wasn't fake. But also I know that he's a very complicated person. He's a very hard person to love. And throughout the journey, I saw the things he did, like the nasty way and all. I know what kind of person he is, but I still trusted him because we are friends. Not to say, oh, because I helped you before, so you owe me this and that. I never look at it that way, but because I really saw him as, I treated him as a friend, as a very close friend. Someone who I could have intellectual conversation with in this esports circus. And yeah, a lot of ups and downs together. Those were happy moments. And then even though I know that he's very complicated, I still trusted him because he didn't do nothing to me. As long as he treats me nice, I'll treat him the same. Actually, for me, it's kind of, people treat me bad, I'll still treat them kind of nice until I've had enough. Yeah, until I've had enough, and then that's when I'll stop. So for him, because I see him as a really close friend, and a lot of things that We did for each other this and that, this and that, this and that. And then yeah, and then like what, 6 months, 8 months later, like over time, some point of time in this journey, things change. Things didn't change. His mind changed. I know that his mind changed very fast, and he can have very, very bad and evil thoughts at times. But as long as you don't do it to me, I'm fine. And I always thought that Mr. Kacang wouldn't do it to me, cause no one has done that to me before. Or not that I never met bad people in my life before, I did. But the previous times, very quickly I realized that those people are ugly. Those are bad people. And I managed to cut them loose very quickly. So that's no friendship, no relationship, no nothing to begin with. So that was a life lesson for me back then. A few life lessons. But this one, the greatest, the biggest life lesson by far, because it's about friendship. It's about betrayal. Like, things just escalated so quickly lately. But not that it just happened. It happened like a few months ago. It started happening a few months ago. That's when I started to get hurt. But because I tried to see things from the other person's point of view, try to see things from his point of view, try to understand why he did this, why he made this decision, why would he do this, and then manage to convince myself, and then compromise. Again, always compromise. I hate this word now. That's when I compromise even after I got hurt, because I still remember the good things we had together, the good things he did for me, for people, but still a lot of bad things he did for others also. But I only remember the good things. Try to see the good thing in people. Try to bring the best in people. And then, yeah, compromise. And then again, compromise again. And again. And again. And again. I don't know how many times had I compromised, but it was a lot. It was becoming more and more unpleasant. And then, yeah, but of course I never show it before. I do have, like, there were few times where I was really hurt that I share it with my parents, share it with my close friend, the friend that I've known for many years, my childhood friend, someone that really, really trust. And that, yeah, like they gave me warning before, they warned me before, be careful of this person, be careful of him, this and that. But I was kind of stubborn. Because I thought that like you guys don't know him. I know him well enough. I know that he's complicated enough and all, but still I choose to trust him. I believe that no one would ever do that to anyone or like to friends. But obviously I'm wrong, looking at now. And that's why something that I learned the hard way. Not that I don't know about it, I know about it. Not that no one warned me about this before. People warned me about this before. And I think a lot of people in this circle know know what kind of person he is as well. I know as well. It's just that I thought how he treats the others shouldn't be my concern, because there were times where he was mistreated as well, and I felt bad for him. Later did I realize that I was being mistreated by that person, by that one friend that I trusted so much. And then, yeah, like lately things escalated so quickly. Ego and power is what Mr. Kajang lives for. Ego, power, fame, money. No, money not so. He's extremely kind to strangers, extremely kind to people he know nothing about. But when it comes to people that really care about him, that really treats him well, he treats them like shit. And yeah, like not that I don't know, guys. I know about it. My mental guard, I had to keep my mental guard high actually all this while, and it's very tiring to do so. And still, no matter how high I keep my mental guard, I still got it. And I only realized it after it happened many times. That's how good he is at mind games, at deceiving people, in making things go in his way. Very manipulative. And then yeah, like lately a lot of things happen, this and that. And it was too much for me actually. It was too much. Like I look at it 100 times, maybe not 1,000 times, 200 times, 300 times. Try to see things from his point of view. As always, try to understand why he did this, why he did this. Like it's okay, telling myself it's okay. But no, it's not okay. It's not okay this time. And there's just no way to go back already. And it surprised me, like I was so shocked. Of whatever that he did. It's just beyond what my brain can comprehend. Like literally. It's beyond what I can comprehend. Like really, like you would do anything at all costs for your ego, for your power. Does it even matter? Like I didn't sign up for dramas and politics. I hate dramas and politics. Another reason why I don't go to work. It's just too nasty and too ugly. And I won't say that I regretted the whatever decisions I make, but yeah, indeed, like the biggest life lesson I've learned so far. And now I'm fine. Just that when I talk to you guys about this, I'm like, cause I'm recalling all those things, but I'm fine now. But the last couple of weeks, it was so bad to me. It was like at my worst of my life, mentally. Things that I suffered mentally, the mental abuse, everything. And then I didn't know about it because I had to share, like it was too much for me to contain. Usually you guys know that what kind of person I am. I know what kind of person I am. I know that I'm quite a positive person, positive attitude. And usually, not that I never had a mental breakdown before or anything, I did have, but usually it just took me like a night to recover. The next day I'll just get back up and then positive again. But this time around it was too much for me to contain. I had to be so, what's the word, like clingy to my friend, to my close friend. I had to call them almost every day and talk to them and share my problem with them, because I was still stuck there. And then yeah, and then my friend told me that what I was experiencing, what I was going through, was depression. And it never crossed my mind because I never really thought about it. But when my friend told me about the word, I was like, oh, so this is what depression feels like. And also now that I've experienced what it's like to feel so depressed and all, I feel bad for those with depression. I honestly feel bad for them and helpless at the same time. I don't know what can I do to help everyone, especially those in depressed mental state. But yeah, it was so bad. I was not okay. And then yeah, but I choose not to show it to you guys because like this is like one of my principles in terms of being a streamer, entertainer, whatever you guys call me. I don't want to spread negativity to you guys, because well, we all have our own life, we all have our own problems and troubles to deal with in life. So I don't want to spread that thing to you guys. I know that that won't do you guys any good. So I tried to recover from it. Took me a long time, honestly a long time, but it felt so much of a relief when I was set free. Felt so much of a relief. What I'm telling you guys this is, okay, first the closure and everything, right? And also because I'm gonna be like my parents this time, be like my close friend this time, to tell you guys to be careful of who you trust, because some people can be really ugly. People are just too complicated. Some things just can't be explained. Why they do it, how, why. It just can't be explained because people are just too complicated. Their mind. And some people just, has no principle in life. They will do anything at all costs for their own greed. And in my case, for his ego and power. For his ego and power. So yeah, some people just don't deserve true friendship. They don't deserve anyone caring about them. They don't deserve kindness, because what they do is use people, stab on people, backstab people to feel good of themselves, to get what they want. So yeah, I know that you guys, I think everyone in life at some point are gonna go through something like this, are gonna go through people like this in life. And yeah, I would say that be careful of who you trust and all. Still be kind, but do wrong to none and trust a few. But I know that you guys probably will be like me. You guys will not listen, cause anyone with like logical thinking would not listen. I mean, for me, I thought that like you guys don't know him, you guys don't know anything, you guys just assume things, you guys are not me. So until I experience and see it for myself, only I will believe it. Yeah, that's how I was, and now I learn my lesson. So yeah, for you guys, I don't expect you guys to really understand what I say about this. Neither do I expect you guys to really listen to people. I'll say that yeah, you still have to have independent mind. Like a lot of things, don't just listen to rumors, see it for yourself, and then have your own independent mind and decide things and look at things. But yeah, you guys will not listen. But if you guys are going through this now, or you guys have gone through this before, or when one day you guys unfortunately go through things like this in life, just know that you are not alone. Just know that a lot of people have been there before. Even people that you look up to. I'm not sure how many of you guys look up to me or anything. And I always say that don't idolize people. I mean it. That's why I don't idolize anyone also. And I hope that you guys don't idolize me or anyone as well, because we are all humans. But what you guys can do instead is to learn from someone that you admire. Take the good. Learn the good. So yeah, like if at any point of time in life in the future that you guys experience this, just know that you are not alone. I've been through it before. Got through it. It wasn't easy, but it's not the end of the world, as long as you don't give up on yourself. And yeah, like you guys can look at me in a few months time. Obviously I didn't see all this coming, and yeah, just gotta navigate through the situation now, access the situation now, and then adapt to this situation, and then start working on something. It's not the end. Dun, dun.